Tell us the story of finding out that Loren had been hired as president.
He was in California already working for Point Loma as vice president for academic affairs. I was still in Oklahoma. We were going to be moving. The board was meeting to elect a new president. There had been 3 previous elections, all of which one guy had turned it down, and then another one was elected, and then another one decided he wanted it again, and so the first one came back. It was a long series. Anyway, this was, and then he became general superintendent, and so they had to elect. This is the 4th election. He's already working at Point Loma. He had told Jim Bond that if asked to be elected, he would not serve, or he would not let his name come up, because he had let his name be on the list the previous 3 times, but he had now gone to work for Point Loma. So if asked, he would probably not let his name come up. And so I get a call 9 o'clock at night from Gerald Johnson, who was the general superintendent, saying they had just elected Loren and they couldn't find him. And so I searched around and tried. He was staying with my mom. I gave him my mom's number, and come to find out he had gone to Palm Springs with the political science and history professors and was there at a retreat. They had gone out to eat. Nobody could find him. And by the time he finally called me back and said, "What is going on?" And I broke into tears and said, "You've been elected president," because we were 2 days from moving. So I was crying, but at the same time I said, "But you have to take this. They've been through enough." So mixed emotions. It was turmoil trying to communicate back and forth. And our daughter called us, who was then in California, and said, "I've reserved a spot for you at a motel. I've got reservations for Mom. You're coming out." It was in Del Mar, I think, and you guys can spend that time thinking about this and praying about this. So she came to the hotel with us. We spent the night. We prayed and talked, and she went off to work. We had ordered breakfast in the room. She had gone off to work. Loren had finally decided to say yes, and so he was on the phone, still with his state of somewhat undress, phoning board members and general superintendents and the like. I said, "I'm going out to the pool, so I'll let you do all those phone calls." He sat there and finished one of his last phone calls and thought, "I'm going to take this tray and put it out in the hall." And as he did, the door closed behind him and locked. So his first act of president was to be in the hallway in his underwear trying to get in the room. And he very diplomatically said to the maid, my wife has the key down at the pool," thinking she'd think he was in his swim trunks. Mm-hmm. And she bought it and let him in. So he made a quick diplomatic decision, his first act of being president.
What tremendous leadership he showed from the very get-go.
What bad judgment to try and set that tray out in the hall.
And at our first faculty retreat for that fall, the faculty had been through a lot, because every time there was election, they'd call the faculty together and say, "We found God's man." And then there'd be another election, and then another election. So I had a T-shirt made for him that was under his shirt, and after Mark Reighard had made up a song called "I'm Forlorn," Loren, a country western song, we took his jacket on and unveiled the shirt, and on the front it said 4th round draft choice, and on the back it said "God's other man." So
tremendous. Mark Reighard, wow.
What a legacy.
What a great guy to have as your musical underpinnings for your entire career.